To another video, and
certainly is. We do love a bit of cater and racing. As you said as well, with most caterers you can adapt them
this
to
time it's
racing
buggys
and other
racing
cater
and
and championship. So if you've got a caterer, you can upgrade it, downgrade it,
if
whatever
you
you want
enjoy,
to do.
smash
It's very
like and
flexible
subscribe
in terms of
to
when you
never
buy
miss
one
out
of
on
these
another
cars. So
video.
yeah, looking forward to what happens this
yeah.
weekend with the caterer graduates.
Buggys racing
A
now.
couple of new drivers for the entry for this weekend. A few have moved on as well because James McCall and Neil Evans, who we saw last year in this championship, both finished 2nd and 5th respectively, have now moved up into the Sigma 150. So they are here this weekend, just in a different class. And then ones to watch out for this season, who finished high up in last year's championship, are the likes of Richard Groom. So keep an eye on Richard. He's in the number 23 machine, and also Fraser Riddington, who is also going to be out there as well. He is currently in the number 80 machine. So a couple of drivers who have remains, who you would expect to do well, but don't count out anyone, because with the brand new season it can also bring some surprises.
Absolutely, and the thing is, at this point some people might still be getting used to the car, and they might be still trying to dial it into the season ahead, so there's always a real intrigue around the first round of the season, because some people could come away from this weekend thinking, oh, he's really quick, he's one to keep an eye out, but they could just have a really good opener and then drop away later in the season, or people from further down that no one had on their radars could suddenly come out of nowhere and be the car to beat. The car to beat in this session at the moment by half a second is the number 53 of Ben Wheatley at this moment in time. It's actually 0.496 of a second, and Groom, as Matt mentioned a moment ago, is right up there all of a sudden. The number 94 car as well, with Stefano Mara, jumps up into 3rd position with a 54.841, and Groom goes fastest, 54.118. He's now 2/10 clear, and ultimate best in sector 2. And obviously not very long sectors around here at Brands Hatch, so the times amongst themselves are all
It's
very
freezing up here.
each of them. Wheatley is 2nd, and up to 3rd place
So,
now goes Tom Power. But this is
if you were going to come up here, I recommend coming on very nice
We're
sunny
changing all the
day.
time, when every single second it'll be a driver
Not
moving
a
up or down
freezing
the order.
cold day.
And this is another championship which will allow itself to slipstreaming, and especially in this qualifying session, you can get yourself behind someone and not get too close, but time it perfectly through the last corner, then that could really benefit you. So there's going to be a lot of drivers trying to stick together,
so
trying to work with people.
these
they go
laps
off
are
quick and
qualifying
trying to
laps
get a
for
little bit of
these
an advantage
buggies
as one goes
things.
very wide, not quite onto the grass.
And I don't know where first place is. Yeah.
He's in the groove though, no surprise, with a bit of a moment.
No, you would have thought he'd just slowly sneak by on the outside, but he really flicked the car to the left very, very wide and nearly went on the grass on the start finish straight there. So an interesting tactic all the same. But you are absolutely right, Matt. The slipstreaming here, even on a small circuit like this, is going to be a lot, especially down the start finish straight. It's going to make a big, big difference, because these caterers just have the most unbelievable amount of slipstream whenever they go racing anywhere. I think I was commentating on that. And the speed difference down the back straight is just unbelievable. You just thought, how is that physically possible? But the engines are obviously screaming their bag off all the way down, and they are going to be whatever use they can of that today. We can see right now the number 73 and 39 making their way down the straight. 39 is closing in a lot before they get to the braking zone, and that's what keeps the racing so interesting, because it means that with that natural slipstream, the cars will stay very close together and they stay in one big train during the race, so it should be a lot of fun to watch.
And pretty much every circuit we go to with the catering graduates, there is going to be the same sort of racing, because every track really lends itself to great catering racing, whether it has long straights or tight twiddly circuit. They just kind of lend itself to great catering racing. So hopefully we haven't talked about too much. But I guess
we have really big this up now. We've got to try and do the same for the 150 for Sigmaxes later, so it's some surprise. But no, it's going to be an epic weekend for caterers, as it always is. It's still Groom at the fastest, well, at the top I should say, at the moment, from Wheatley and Turner. There is half a second between the three of them at the moment. The real pinch point is sort of 8th position down in the middle of the pack, all the way down to 15th place. There's only about 4/10 of a second between all of those cars, so there's a big bunch of them in the field, very, very close. The whole field's spread by 6.2 seconds at the minute, with Davidson in the number 40 machine down there in 26th. But a nice big grid of caterers mean that there is a consistent flow of them across the start-finish line and past wherever you may be around the circuit this morning in the glorious sunshine. And it's always a very colourful grid, isn't it, with caterers? There's a lot of them that have these fluorescent roll cages and very sort of bright highlights on them. They always look like a very interesting bunch out on track.
certainly do. So Richard Groom doesn't go any quicker on that previous lap. He did do the best of anyone in sector 1, so he was still pushing, but just lost a little bit toward the end of sector 2. And there are
so
2 sectors on
last
the circuit
race,
because it's so short. So we normally
I
have 3
forgot to
sectors,
show it,
2 sectors
like with
for
the
Brands Hatch.
cars.
So the first sector goes all the
One
way down
when
towards just to the entry point towards 13, which is the left and
I
right.
went into that yellow field,
McLaren, and of course the second
I
sector
didn't
from there all
notice
the way
it
back to
until after I stopped recording. So if you guys realised it, you've got a good eye.
Best of anyone through sector 1, wait for the number 53
But
machine
I can't remember
to come across
if
the line, which he now does. And for Ben, he doesn't improve in
the
sector 2.
commentator
The
said
time stays
so.
the same at 54.315,
Yeah.
and still just under 2 tenths back from Richard Groom in the pole position spot at the minute.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're 2 relatively similar sectors as well. They've both got a very fast section and a very slow section about them, but just that run through 13 is so important to turn in at the right point. You really want to turn in as late as possible and not let the curve on the left hand side upset the car too much. And it's the same with McLaren as well, because into the final corner you're turning and braking at the same time, and then going over a crest and then trying to get on the power. The car is going through such a massive array of different phases of when it's got grip, when it's not, when it's gaining momentum, when it's losing momentum. It's a wonderful balancing act getting a car around there quickly, especially when you've got to do that consistently over the course of a race as well. So I think we are going to see a lot of people come unstuck there this weekend, but luckily for them at the moment, touch wood, it's remaining dry at this moment in time, which certainly adds to how, well, when it's not dry, it certainly adds to how difficult it is around there.
Certainly does, yeah. Hoping for dry weather, most of us, for the majority of the weekend, which would be nice to experience. Ben Wheatley has brought the gap down between himself and Richard Groom, so it's now 0.158 of a second, so he's definitely pushing. Up now into 3rd place, has got the number 70 machine and Tom Cower, so Tom's on the charge as well, and then just behind him in 4th place is Kevin Turner in the number 62 machine, and 5th place at the minute is number 94, which is Stefano Mara. So we've got 26 who have edged out for this qualifying session, so a really healthy number for the Sigma 135s. One of them at the minute has decided to come into the pit lane, which is John Cook. So John is having, I can see, possibly some work done, hopefully nothing too major, but the majority, apart from John, are out there on circuit.
Yeah, it looks like it might just be tyre pressures, but I'll just maybe having a bit of an adjustment to see what he can do over the rest of the session, although there is only 5 minutes of it left now. It's gone by very, very quickly. I just caught a glimpse there of the number 94 machine, Stefano Mara, crossing the line, this wonderful white cater, but he's got the Italian tricolor stripe down the middle of it as well. It looks very classy indeed. And I imagine, potentially with the name, that's where that comes from as well to see. It's a great looking bit of kit though. There's a lot of interesting liveries and brands out there. And the thing is as well with championships like this, a lot of the drivers, they're not coming into this with a massive amount of sponsorship behind them. You know, the cars are all plastered in logos as well. And you know, sometimes that looks nice on certain race cars, but with a Caterham, I like it when they've just got these classy, simpler liveries on.
Right, let's try to get like go of
We've got the series logo.
what?
Series partners and main sponsorship of mine. Well,
Right, let's try to get like go of 100 likes.
Sort of covered up by logos through.
I know that's a lot
The attention to detail
because I just
brilliant,
started.
isn't it? Yeah, on most
So,
big cars.
no,
which
not
is
100,
great
let's
to
do
see. And the Caterham Graduate Championship pride
Try
themselves
get
as well on a
us
friendly
to
and social
50
paddock.
likes
So
on
if
this
you are about
video.
this weekend and you want to go and chat to some of the drivers, see some of the cars, then of course the Abs paddock is open all weekend. So head down, talk to the guys and girls, and they'll be more than happy to show you around. If they're not getting ready for a race, of course, when they're doing that, they want to get over here and get ready to start that. But you're more than welcome to experience the paddock this weekend. It's a wonderful thing to do. I remember when I came here as a youngster, I used to walk around in the mornings and have a little look. So it's something extra to do. I know it's a busy weekend with lots going on around Brands Hatch, but I do recommend you go and have a look at the paddock.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same as well. Even going to a lot of circuits as a kid, you know, being in the paddock and seeing the cars up close,
Why
and
did I
having
see
that
this
surprise even of just walking around the corner to the next part of the paddock and not knowing what car you're just about to see around the side of the lawn.
It just
It's just
stopped.
an excellent thing. You know, it's just great to see the machines up close and personal, meet the drivers as well, and then it gives you a bit more appreciation for when they're out there on the circuit, because you'll see a specific car that maybe you had a really nice conversation with a driver about, and you'll think, oh, we know that guy, I always spoke to him, you know. And
Right, I've got a special challenge for you guys. Try find the number 69 in every single recording of today while I'm at Brad Hatch. Try find the car number 69.
We're now just under 3 minutes to go. There's been no change at the top, by the way. Still Richard Groove ahead of Ben Wheatley. Third place still
If you can,
Machine and Tom
you will
Power,
get a cookie.
and they've all pretty much stuck where they were. So whether the tyres are now just dropping off toward the end of the qualifying session, or they're saving their best till last,
like,
we'll have to wait and
cookies
see.
are the best.
But,
You
no one
can
has
get
really
whatever
improved
cookie you
amongst
want.
the top runners at the minute. And we've got another red flag, haven't we?
There's a car off very early at Paddock Hill Bend.
Oh, a car off.
Due to the sunshine at the moment, it looks like quite the silhouette. Fortunately though, Matt has got the binoculars out.
Unfortunately, the wheel is in the way of the number. So
Yeah, the number boards are really far forward on these cars. So yeah,
Where did it come
sticky
off?
outy wheels of these caterers can often block their own numbers, but the Mark 1 binoculars are out, and unfortunately, we don't know who that is yet, but we will be
try scout it
informed
out.
by TSL, I'm sure, on the timing screen, which you all have access to as well. If you head to tsl-timing.com, you'll be able to get that. It works very well on any smartphone as well. And if you have got to except bring a laptop with you this weekend, then you can do it on that as well, of course. And you'll be able to see the same timing screens that we see up here in the commentary box, and that's how we keep a track of all the action that goes on here, because there is a lot to keep our eye on. And to be honest, Matt,
I don't know where the cars crashed then.
It makes me very grateful for the technology, because I wonder how they did it in the day with lap charts and a pen and paper, because boy,
do you know where the cars crashed?
Yeah, I think as a commentator you used to bring a lap charter with you, didn't you, as a person to sit there.
What, off in the top?
Catch up. I know people still do. I know, yeah. It's a thing that stays with some people as well. Just to let you know, this session again will not be restarted, because again we're kind of towards the end of the session, so with 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Our clerk of the course for this weekend has decided that no further running will be done. Everyone's done that.
Oh look, there's an orange car moving
in terms
around.
of three, which you need to do pretty much to qualify for a race, so everyone is happy and has done that, which is good stuff. So what is actually funny, isn't it? When we see a red flag, our eyes always turn to Paddock Hill Bend for some reason.
We both went that way rather than looking at Clearway, sort of thing. We both just instantly rotated towards Paddock Hill Bend, but it's one of those corners, isn't it? It's an absolutely legendary corner of motorsport, and it's beautiful to see that with all of the changes and the safety features that a lot of our beloved circuits go through, a lot of circuits like Brands Hatch especially have still kept their identity with these old school corners that they've always had.
I don't know.
It's just amazing. I mean, even the changes that went down at Graham Hill Bend, a long time ago now, to really tighten it up and slow it down, it's only improved it really in time, and it's just great that it still has its identity like that. The Grand Prix loop as well, a lot of drivers absolutely love it. They really, really do. And I'm just very, very glad that circuit, while it does improve in terms of safety and facilities and all sorts, that doesn't affect the track.
If you guys like this video, smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you when the next cars come out.
Cars showing on TSL as missing.